Who says unicorns don't exist? Check out this triplex to five-plex conversion.
Okay guys, Josh has found the unicorn property. Can you explain to us why this investment is so crazy and everything that's going on with it?
Yeah, great word to use. It's definitely a unicorn. You know, investment in real estate, we're all about our goals and short, medium, long-term business plans. And this unicorn, nails every single one of those items. So, short term, we're doing a triplex renovation. Short to medium term, we're adding a fourth unit. Medium to long term, we're adding a fifth unit using the back garage as an ADU. So the whole idea there is take this from personal financing over to commercial financing, over to the income approach. And that's not only how you build cash flow and build up a cash flow machine, but massive amounts of equity that you can then take forward in your portfolio.
So we're going to tour through every single unit of this home and then break down the numbers at the end of the video. All right, come on in. Let's check out the first unit.
So this first unit is a 2-bed, 1-bath, and we're gonna have in-suite laundry, but let's take you through it. It's gonna have a number of rooms, including a dining room, a great room, and it's definitely gonna be catered towards young professionals in downtown Hamilton here in a beautiful neighborhood. Coming into the foyer here, what we're gonna do is take out this staircase. That's gonna be a full-size bathroom with walk-in shower. So we're gonna utilize some dead space in this unit and build out a proper luxury bathroom for the rental. We then come into what we call more or less the living room or great room area. We'll have new bay windows. We're gonna try and salvage some of the flooring we have here, clean up the drywall, and then we're using some of the old character in the unit where we've got some pocket doors here, which just adds some extra, character, and it's coming back into style right now, that kind of urban rustic, farmhouse style. Into the first master bedroom, we're gonna do built-in closets. It'll be offset from the dining room area, but nice oversized big bath, or not bathroom, bedroom, sorry. Then you follow through here, kind of got a traditional dining space. We're just gonna clean this up, obviously replace drywall, make it into something that's a bit more inviting. Into a new kitchen. We're gonna have countertops here, dishwasher, stove, more countertop space across here for preparation. And that's all you need to hit max rents here downtown Hamilton. So we'll make this a nice, safe, clean, functional space for young professionals. We're gonna utilize the old powder room, do stacking washer dryer here. So in-suite laundry is gonna be key if you're trying to attract the right renters to this unit. And then in the back here, we've got another bedroom. So we'll freshen up this space as well. Backyard is gonna be utilized by this main tenant, and it'll be some extra green outdoor space for them. So that's it for this first main unit. Let's go take a look at the basement unit and we'll go from there. Okay, so part of this conversion project that we're doing is adding a fourth suite to this pre-existing triplex. Nothing better than having a side door entrance. We've got back egress as well, which you'll see when we go downstairs. But we're gonna convert this basement space into a 2-bed, 1-bath, with a nice oversized living room and 2 walk-in closets. So that's pretty sweet when you're looking at a basement unit downtown Hamilton here. And again, trying to cater to your young professional renters. So let's go take a look. This will be one of the major projects as part of this overall renovation. So first bedroom is gonna just be off to the left here. We're gonna pin back this utility room by reframing it. There's a lot of dead space in there. Create 1 bedroom here. We can utilize some of that cold storage space by insulating it, reframing it, and it'll be a nice walk-in closet. Then behind you here, we're gonna do a fresh new kitchen, MDF cabinetry, make it a little bit more inviting. Same thing with the bathroom, do a full update of the bathroom. Then you come into the living area space. We'll tear out this old bar top here, open it up. It'll be a 2-bed unit, but a nice big living space. Off the back here, you got an oversized egress window, which will be replaced. Bedroom number 2. And again, we're going to create a walk-in closet space. We'll pin back these walls a bit further, reframe them, insulate the cold storage that's there, and it'll be a nice walk-in closet. You know, bright basements are going to attract, you know, top young renters in the area. You know, we make it safe, clean, and inviting for the young professional. Okay, so let's go take a look at unit 2 here. You know, a 2-bed, 1-bath unit. I'll walk you through the renovations we're going to do. So coming into what used to be the old kitchen, we are going to be renovating this space into a laundry room / stay-at-home office space. A lot more effective utilization of the space, a little bit more inviting, and when we put it up for lease, people are looking for this type of rental space in downtown Hamilton. Used to be a former kitchen. Then what we're going to do is we work ourselves into what used to be a dining room space. You know, a lot of more modern homes, you're not seeing as many dining room space now. This is going to be a wraparound kitchen. We're going to create a breakfast bar so people have space to eat, but brand new kitchen in here, you know, a nice bright, clean space. When we walk through from the kitchen, we'll have a full renovated bathroom, bedroom number 1, bedroom number 1 into a living area space. Again, we'll clean everything up, new flooring, re-drywall, fresh coats of paint, gray tone, bright white paints, you know, make it a very bright, spacious unit into bedroom number 2. So again, just to finalize, make it bright, safe, clean, functional. That's what we're after. Clean it up, try and get top market rent for the area for this 2-bed, 1-bath, 2nd-story unit.
Check this out, you don't see this too often. Hidden bookcase door right here.
Okay, so welcome to the upper unit here of this triplex. We are going to be renovating this, what used to be an original loft unit, 1-bedroom, into a place that's more modern, a little bit more functional. But let's first take a look at the view. They've got their own outdoor patio here, which we can utilize, but take a look at the view. You know, beautiful sunny day, doesn't get much better than this. So let's go take a look at the inside of what's going to be our loft upper unit. The beauty of these old Victorian homes is they can be sliced and diced up into multiple units and increase and enhance your ROI. Rather than making the 2nd-story unit a 2-level unit, we can utilize this dead space, which probably at one point in time was an attic, and we create an additional revenue stream. That makes our ROI that much better, increases our cash flow potential, but also increases our now income bucket, which is building equity. So let's take a look at this unit. It's not a huge unit, but it's a nice functional space. There used to be a kitchen here. What we're gonna do is use this dead space in the corner here and put our kitchen over here, followed by a pantry. And then we're gonna make this kind of a living TV space. You know, the couches can be set back behind us. We'll update the bathroom fully by doing a whole renovation of the bathroom, stand-up shower, clean it up. Then we go into the bedroom and you've got a nice little functional 1-bedroom space here. So again, nothing in terms of huge amount of renovation costs, but we're going to clean it up, make it safe, clean, functional, make it more inviting for the young professional. Okay, what could have been a $500,000 reno actually ended up being only a $200,000 reno for this project. You got to think we have 4 units. We've got to bring them up to modern standards, achieve top market rent. Now, how did we do that? We were able to repurpose and revitalize some of the spaces. For example, a full electrical upgrade in this house is just over $40,000. Rather than gut the whole house to do that, we've run channels and conduit through the house to feed wire up through each unit. So each unit will have upgraded electrical, and we've done the same for plumbing. So when you take a look here, rather than ripping out all the drywall, we've created access ports throughout the property to efficiently do the upgrades we need. When you start factoring those numbers in for an investor, that's how we justify projects like this in high interest rate times. You start talking about 7-8% interest rates. How do I float a property like this? How do I cash flow? How do I refi at the end? Well, it's being strategic about your renovation and cutting costs down. Again, rather than re-gut this whole house spend about $500,000 getting it up to today's market standards for rent. We were able to do it for $200,000, and that improves our ROI, that improves our cash flow dynamics, that improves our equity position in terms of a refi and being able to move on to our next project, which is the ADU. So let's go take a look.
So we've got this massive garage here in the back. I don't even know, what are you planning on doing with this?
So this is our medium to long-term project. As I mentioned, we're taking traditional triplex, we're gonna convert it into a four-plex. We've saved roughly $300,000 in renovation costs by being strategic, revitalizing, repurposing material, still getting up to market rent. That gives us a huge potential to refinance when the market turns, when interest rates come down. The valuation of this property is going to go through the roof. And then our medium to long-term project is this ADU. There's no better ROI out there than when you're reusing your property. Say this ADU costs us $150,000 to $200,000 to build, we're going to get roughly $2,000 of revenue per month out of that. Can't beat that ROI, and we're going to use our own property funds to fund our next project. So let's take a look at this beautiful space. Right now, it looks kind of like a two-story garage, story and a half garage. We'll blow out the front here, reuse the structure and the framing we have. This will be, some nice glass doors, really bright and inviting. And when we go on the inside, you'll see this will be the entrance to the living room area. But as we walk around the back here, pay attention to the structure. We've already got a brick structure, we've got a concrete pad, and we've got an oversized garage that doesn't look like much from the outside, but on the inside, it's a very inviting, large space that can basically be the foundation for our ADU. So let's take a look at what the inside looks like. We'll try and get a visualization on what we can do with this space. Being a sophisticated investor, you've got to have an eye, you've got to have a visualization for space. How do I utilize that to make more money, get revenues up, have a better ROI? So we already discussed the front. Picture you're coming into a nice open concept living area. As we come around here, we'll have a nice wraparound kitchen, modern kitchen, MDF cabinetry. It'd be a nice open concept space for the investor. Now, the beauty of this ADU is we got to go take a look at the upstairs. It is absolutely massive, and it's going to be a cash flow machine because of it. So let's go take a look. All right. Welcome to the half story or the second full story of this ADU. A lot of ADUs, especially if they're going to be garages, people look at repitching the roofs. I'm 6 feet tall and I'm standing over here in the corner. There's a lot of space up here. We can repurpose almost this entire envelope and just update it, get it into a bedroom, and we'll likely put the bathroom up here as well if we can. So take a look at this space. Huge bedroom, probably do a walk-in closet as well. Have a large open concept bathroom up here, likely some storage space. All the bedroom is up here in the loft or on the second story.
Okay, Josh, this property is absolutely sick. It is definitely a unicorn property. What did you pick it up for, and what's the story behind it?
Yeah, big story behind it. We got this for low 700 range. I mean, look at the area. You're talking $1 million homes here. One of the nicest parts, east side of Gage Park, downtown Hamilton. The key for my investor was use the tie it up method. This property was listed for about an hour. We caught it. I called them up. I said, hey, you got to tie this up. It's truly a unicorn.
And how did you see the potential from the listing?
You could tell from the listing, the bedroom layout. You start talking about potential 2-bedroom in the basement, 2-bedroom main floor, 2-bedroom second floor, and then you got a 1-bedroom loft unit. And then we saw the ADU, and that just sealed the deal on everything. So when we're looking at revenues right now, we ran some quick numbers before we put the offer in. Once we're running this as a four-plex, you're talking over $8,000 a month in revenue. Mm-hmm. Call it off of a $200,000 budget. Post after renovation value, we're into it for low sevens, couple $100,000 in renos. This place is worth well more than $1 million, and that's our refi potential. That's our equity top up, right? That's kind of the key. And then once we have those funds from a refinance, we can build out that ADU, and then we're really laughing. We're talking almost $10,000 of revenue per month. And then we go over to the income approach, commercial financing, and that's how we can kind of control our destiny as an investor.
And so even with the four-plex renovation alone, you're going to be cash flowing after the renovation costs, after the purchase price?
Correct. Yeah, we were able to negotiate interest rate of about 7%. After renovation costs, we're looking at about $700 in positive cash flow per month. Pretty good for a high interest rate environment.
Yeah, plus all the equity that they're building up through these renovations. And then there's that additional dwelling unit in the future, which is gonna add probably about another $2,000 of income.
Correct, yeah. And really, for us, that nailed our goals. Short, medium, long-term. We can put a business strategy on it, going from residential financing over to commercial financing. And really from there, that's where you can really start pulling out a lot of equity and controlling the true value of your property when you move over to the income approach.
So can you explain that, how you're switching from residential financing to commercial?
Yeah, so once residential financing is usually 5 units or less, commercial is 5 units or more. So once we get that ADU in play, we start talking with some of our lenders. The strategy there will be to convince them that this should deserve commercial financing because we have 5 units. Financing in the commercial world is based on 2 things: how much money you have down and my income approach, so my net operating income or my debt to coverage ratio.
And Josh, what's the advantage of using commercial financing instead of residential?
Yeah, good question. So when we move over to commercial financing, the beauty about that is it's literally, the place is valued on how well you run your business. So commercial financing looks at 2 things initially. Do you have your down payment, your equity to meet your percent down? And 2, what's the performance of the property? If you look at a local cap rate here around Hamilton, you're going to be able to pick up a commercial unit for 4, 5, maybe 5.5% cap rate. That's pretty much a given, a standard number. Well, if it's based on my net operating income, and I increase my net operating income every year, meaning I control my expenses, I increase my revenue, like this, going over to a Five-Plex, the valuation of my property is then dictated to me, and I can go to market, sell it, refinance it, whatever I need to do. Versus when we look at some market comparables here, single family home, and call it $1 million area, if I'm not on the commercial financing piece and I'm on residential, they're going to look at these market comparables to tell me what my property is worth.
Okay.
So it's really about moving over to the income approach. The better job I do of running my business, increasing my net operating income, the valuation of my property goes up.
Okay, and how does the interest rate compare to typical residential financing?
So right now, there's different ways you can look at interest rate. There's a conventional interest rate, which is close to prime. On the commercial side of things, you can look at bridge loans, so short-term loans to maybe justify building that ADU where it's an interest-only payment. You pay prime plus about 2.5% right now, but it's interest only. So I can increase my cash flow, fund my next project. Ultimately, a goal like this would be to try and prove to CMHC that property is worthy. Then we're looking at interest rates right now of roughly 5.5%. Traditionally CMHC, when prime for residential lenders is 1-2%, they might be sitting in the 2-3% range, but usually about 1% or 2 lower than what we'd see prime on the residential side.
Okay, so not only does Josh now have his property evaluated on the income, which is beneficial to them as an investor, but there's also going to be a premium on the interest rate as well, bringing it up to 5 units and getting that CMHC financing.
And again, thinking like a business owner, optimize my cash flow, more cash flow coming out. Maybe I increase my refi potential as well. Take that next chunk of money, move on, rinse and repeat. Let's go find the next unicorn.
Yeah, awesome.